I think if you look back in history, going all the way back to 1471, a technological transformation has characterized each period, each kind of historical period. And for us, it's really the cell phone. I mean, the cell phone brings together so many aspects of digital culture into one kind of focused device. The cell phone, transcends space. It brings time it compacts time together. It brings all of our communicative modalities into one space. So we see on the desk here that you have a cassette recorder that you're recording. So that is incorporated into your cell phone along with, text editors and all kinds of things. So it focuses all those communicative modalities in one place. And it also is highly portable. And so it's kind of the fundamental technological intervention of our time because it brings all of these things together. It's kind of a focusing device.
Cell phones are a unique piece of technology because they are so interactionally situated in a deeply interactive culture. And on the other hand, they are also a unique technology in that they require for their development, building, and use the participation of an elaborate material global supply chain.
As I like to joke, the cell phone is something that everyone loves to hate and hates to love. There are more cell phones than there are people on the planet. That doesn't mean everyone in the world has one, but certainly everyone knows about the technology. And as far as I know, and I could be wrong, but my understanding is the fastest spreading technology in human history. So it went from 1973, this large, bulky thing, if you take the Daytech Motorola as the kind of first cell phone, and now it is this very small, light device that fits in your pocket and has more power than the average computer back in the day, right? So it has collapsed in it a whole set of possibilities that other technologies used to have, and we use it for almost everything. I think it's very telling that if you ask the average person, particularly in the US, what can't you leave home without? Most people now can leave home without a wallet, they can leave home without a key, but their smartphone, they actually need.
I sit and I watch the lunch hour. What are people doing? Well, the existing cell phone literature, largely in psychology, would tell us that everyone is sealed in their own bubble, off to themselves. They don't know how to talk to each other anymore. And of course, you find something completely different. People are talking. Sure, there's a headphone. One headphone off, one headphone on, headphones around the neck. People are doing some texting. But what you get is this rich, integrated, communicative atmosphere, this kind of ecosystem that's unfolding. And cell phones are part of the picture. So it is simply not true that these devices have cut-off capacities to communicate. And that's what we really wanted to introduce with this research is, what in anthropology we call the ethnographic perspective. What are humans doing with these things? Not what do we think they should be doing, or what do we fear that they might be doing, but what are they actually doing?
Rather than people being universally enthusiastic about this relatively new development, people are actually ambivalent. And indeed, some of the most enthusiastic users of cell phones, namely teenagers and young adults, are themselves quite aware of some of the drawbacks, at the same time as they view them as entirely essential pieces of their own personal material culture.